What's up guys, it's Chris Majestic. So recently at CES, Samsung unveiled a new fun projector known as the Freestyle. And Samsung was also nice enough to sponsor today's video and send us out the Freestyle, so today we're gonna check it out. So considering the success that Samsung had with the Samsung Premier, which is a 4K ultra short throw projector that they released last year, it's exciting to see them release a new projector. Okay, so who is this for? Well, this is known as a pico projector, which are usually known to be really small and portable that you can take anywhere and project anywhere, anytime. So considering how small, compact, and lightweight this thing is, it's gonna give you all kinds of flexibility. You can take it on a trip with you and use it in a hotel room. You can take it to a friend or family member's house and pull it out for a nice movie night with a big screen. You can pack it up with a game system, take it somewhere and have a big screen for gaming. Or you can just put it up in any room and project onto a blank wall or even the ceiling. Now, I don't know why this crept up in my head, but one of the ways that I figured you can use this is to actually use it in the bathroom aimed up on the ceiling. So if you're taking a shower, you can actually look up and watch a video while you're in the shower. I don't know if that's just me being weird or if that's actually a good idea. So this is what's known as a pico projector, and as you can see, it comes in a pretty small box. And in that box, you're gonna get a USB Type-C power cord since it's powered by USB-C, an adapter for the power cord. It comes with a white wireless remote, and of course you get the projector itself. The design actually kind of reminds me of a spotlight. It has a cradle style base that allows the projector to swivel left and right a full 180 degrees. And even though you probably can't really tell in the video, it has a bit of a rubberized coating, which should make it a bit more durable. And the top of it is gonna have the lens as well as a few sensors that we'll talk about in a little bit. It also has capacitive or touch sensitive buttons for power, volume, including a button for easy smartphone setup so you can set it up with your phone. And on the side is where you're gonna find your ports, including the USB Type-C power jack and a micro HDMI input that actually supports ARC. And above the ports, you'll find a microphone switch, and that's because you can actually turn on those microphones and use the voice assistant that's built in and use it as a smart speaker. And considering it's a smart speaker, on the bottom of the projector is a 5-watt 360-degree speaker that can not only be used for playing movies, but also works great for music and puts out a surprising amount of bass for its size. And considering how small, portable, and lightweight it is, and the fact that it's powered by USB Type-C and doesn't use a lot of power, you can actually power this with a USB battery pack and get several hours of use out of it. This is gonna allow you to take it pretty much anywhere and not have to worry about power. And since it has everything built in and you don't have to have an external streamer, you really don't have to power any other device. All you have to do is turn it on, aim it at a surface, and use the remote. And remember those sensors I mentioned earlier? Well, those are gonna give this a really big benefit over other projectors. Now, if you've ever set up a projector for the first time, you might know all that's involved with trying to get it straight, trying to get it focused on the screen, and it never quite seems to look right. Well, you don't have to worry about any of that with this projector. All you have to do is sit it on a surface. It can be on a table or even on the floor, and aim it at any wall or any flat surface, and it's gonna do the rest of the work for you. Not only is it gonna autofocus the image for you using the built-in sensors, but it's also gonna auto keystone correct the image as well. In other words, instead of the image being out of alignment, it's gonna perfectly align the image onto the surface, which is pretty amazing to see. So even somebody who has no experience with projectors can easily set this thing up in just a few seconds. So this is definitely one of the most innovative and versatile projectors I've ever seen, but it actually has a couple other tricks up its sleeve. So as I mentioned earlier, this thing comes with a nice lens cap. So you can put on the lens cap and then enable one of the mood light settings and actually use this as a bit of a mood light or a night light for your room, which is pretty cool. And Samsung is actually gonna be releasing a bulb socket for this projector so you can actually screw it into a light socket. This will probably be useful for something like parties or if a business wanted to use it. All right, so now I wanna talk about the specs, but before I get into the specs, I do have to tell you that this is a pre-production model, so the detailed specs might actually differ from the retail model when it comes out. So the Freestyle is gonna be a full HD projector, meaning it has a native resolution of 1920 by 1080. It has an LED lamp source, so it's gonna have the benefit of having up to 20,000 hours of lamp life. It supports both HDR10 and HLG, which is awesome to see. It supports screen sizes from 30 inches up to 100 inches. It has Bluetooth as well as Wi-Fi built in. It has an auto focusing system as well as auto vertical keystone. It also has manual horizontal keystone as well as manual scaling, a 5-watt 360-degree internal speaker, and it weighs less than 2 pounds. And as far as setup goes, the Freestyle was super easy to set up. Once you power it on, you can either use the remote or you can use your phone to go through the setup process to get it connected to Wi-Fi and you're done. So here you can see what it looks like in my living room. Now all I did was come into the room, set it on the floor and aim it on the wall and power it on. I didn't have to make any adjustments. I didn't have to mess with any dials. It just makes a perfect image on the wall. So just to show you how versatile this thing is, I brought it outside with a portable USB charger, which has enough juice to power the projector for several hours. Now all I did was go outside and set it down, aim it at my garage door and turn it on. I didn't make any adjustments, and as you can see, it auto focuses and straightens out the image automatically. This thing is really easy to set up. You don't need any separate streaming devices since it has all the apps built in, and as you can see, the image looks great. Alright, so we talked about specs and installation, but what does the interface look like? Well, the Freestyle runs on Samsung's popular Tizen OS, which is the same OS that you'll find on Samsung TVs. It has a really nice and simple layout that's easy to use. It has all of your favorite streaming apps built right in, so it's not missing a bunch of apps like we've seen on several other projectors. And considering all of your favorite streaming apps are there, there's no need to connect an external streamer to it, which makes it easier to use. And one really cool feature is that if you have a newer Samsung TV and the Freestyle and the TV are on the same network, you can actually mirror what's playing on the TV on the Freestyle. So if you were having a party or something like that, you could have the Freestyle in one room with the big screen and have your TV in the other room, both playing the exact same thing. And as I mentioned earlier, this is going to have built-in voice assistant support. So you go into the settings, choose your voice assistant, and then make sure you turn the microphone on. This is going to allow you to just talk to the voice assistant to play certain content, so you can tell it to play a particular movie or whatever you want.
Alexa, play Chris Majestic on YouTube.
What's up guys, it's Chris Majestic. It's also going to support screen mirroring as well as Apple AirPlay, and since it has Bluetooth, you can also connect Bluetooth devices to it. Now earlier in the video I mentioned that it has a mood lighting setting, so here's where you can go into the projector and choose what mood light you want. It also has scenes built in, so as you can see here, it has a nice fireplace, so you can have a fireplace pretty much anywhere you want, and even has a photo album mode, which is great for a projector so you can see all your pictures on the big screen. Alright, so how is the image quality on this thing? Well, this might just have the best image quality that I've seen on any pico projector. Considering this projector isn't meant to be used in a home theater, I wasn't expecting good image quality, but I do have to say I was really impressed by it. Now, I don't know the exact color accuracy numbers for this projector, but I can tell it has great color accuracy. It has 3 picture modes, including dynamic, standard, and movie mode. And even though the color balance for the dynamic and standard modes are a little on the cool side, it still produces a really nice image. Now, movie mode looks a little more natural, even though it is a bit warm. Now, originally, I thought I was gonna have to rely heavily on these picture modes, but to my surprise, it was nice to see a lot of calibration options, just like you would find on a Samsung TV. So even if you do find one of the modes to need a little bit of tweaking, you can easily do it right with the settings. And HDR also looks good on this projector. Now, like most projectors, it is going to be a little dimmer when you play HDR content, so this is to be expected, but the image still looks really natural and the colors look fantastic. And even though the full HD image is nice and sharp, it's definitely sharper if you don't use any keystone. So if you can use it in a situation where it doesn't have to automatically adjust keystone, it will have a sharper image. But I do have to say that I personally was really impressed by it, so I think the average person would absolutely love the image from this thing. Alright, so this thing is portable, has a good image, and a nice built-in speaker, so how well does it work for gaming? Well, after connecting my Xbox Series X, I had a lot of fun gaming on this projector. And for those of you who care about input lag, I got around 43 milliseconds with it in game mode, which is more than good enough for casual gaming and far better than even some high-end projectors. And even though I didn't really have high hopes for the 5-watt internal speaker, I do have to say that this sounds pretty good. So considering how loud it gets and the fact that it's 360 sound, you really don't have a need to connect an external speaker. And this projector also runs pretty quiet. It does have a built-in fan to keep everything cool, but the fan is not that loud, and I never found it distracting when watching a movie using the built-in speaker. And I really like the wireless voice remote. The remote uses RF, so you don't have to aim it directly at the projector to use it. It has all of your basic controls you'd expect to see, as well as a few buttons for your favorite apps. And being a voice remote, you can hold down the microphone button and talk to the voice assistant, which is going to allow you to do things like launch a particular app, or you can tell it to play a specific movie. And I really like that the remote is rechargeable using a USB Type-C jack on the bottom. Alright, so I think it's obvious that I really like this projector. The fact that it's so small, portable, and lightweight means you can take it with you anywhere. It has fantastic image quality with HDR support, and it works great for gaming. And these are features that you don't normally get in a projector in this class. And on top of all of that, this is definitely the easiest projector to use, so anybody can buy this thing and set it up. So the Freestyle has a retail price of $899 and is currently available for pre-order on Samsung's website. So if you're looking for a fun projector that literally anybody can use and produce a nice screen and watch some movies or TV, the Samsung Freestyle would be a great option. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, go ahead and make sure you mash that like button for me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any new videos. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video.